Good morning and welcome to Qigong Live Aligned. Today we're going to do exercise. This is the advanced course. We're going to introduce exercise for insomnia today. Somebody asked me about insomnia exercise, so we're going to do some for today. Yep, first we'll bow to class. Roll back on your thumbs. Your left hand underneath, right hand on top, two thumbs together. Gong. Make a fist with your left hand, cover it with the right. Bring towards your heart. And then down to your physical center. Very cool. Now, there's a few things in traditional Chinese medicine that are involved in insomnia. In Chinese medicine, there's only six things, or fold of six fingers, six things that can cause insomnia, dysfunctions inside the body, because the insomnia is not the problem, it's the symptom of a dysfunction that's happening in the body. So it could be one of the six, or it could be a combination of a couple of them. And I'll write it in the description below, the different ones they are. And you can see by the symptoms which ones that you might have if you have insomnia. Insomnia is a huge thing. I think that I was reading something the other day. It's like 3 out of 5 people in America have some form of sleep disturbance or insomnia, which is a huge, huge figure. But there's ways to do it. And so we're going to do Qigong exercise. We're going to do some exercises for your heart and stomach. We're going to do some exercises for your kidneys. We're going to do exercises for your spleen. And we're going to do a point, an acupuncture point you can stimulate too for this as well. So there's quite a few different things you can use for this. So the first one we're going to do is an exercise from Zhang Qigong. Zhang Qigong is an organ massage system. Yep. And this first one's going to do it for the heart exercise. Now, we better explain what happens, why there's so many heart exercises, why there's so many heart exercises when it comes to insomnia. In Chinese medicine, they believe that your mind, your Shen mind, sleeps in your heart at night times. It's like your hard drive, and it's your desktop, and it shuts down at night time and goes back to your hard drive. And they believe this is what actually happens. And so they call it your Shen. And you get a Shen disturbance, and it'll keep you awake. So the idea is to shut your mind off, but you have to have a strong heart, because the heart anchors the soul of all your mind during the night. And it keeps it locked in here until the morning when it opens and it comes back up to your desktop, and your senses kick in, your eyes, your ears, and your taste all comes back again. But at night time, it's all shut down. So that's how they see that. So there's a lot to do with the heart. The stronger your heart is, or the stronger the qi is in your heart, the easier you will sleep. So you can imagine when you get emotionally disturbed, it disturbs your heart, and then of course it's hard to sleep. So that's where you get insomnia from stress and worry and anxiety. Yep, which is a logical understanding how this fits together. So the exercise we're going to do is to the heart today. So we're strengthening the heart energy. And a lot of the exercise before you go to sleep at night time, or Qigong exercise for insomnia, will be tonifying the heart, or they will be getting your mind to shut down. Now, there's different exercises you can do to shut your mind down. We're going to do a couple of them anyway. So the Zhang Fu, so you have your hands on your heart. Now, there's a system. Remember, for males, you have your left hand on your heart with your right over the top. For females, you're going to have your right hand on your heart with your left over the top. It's got to do with the yin and the yang hands. So have it that circle. Now, we're going to do circles. Now, the easiest way to do this is it's clockwise and clockwise, but that's not the easiest way to learn this. The easiest way is if I tell you, I'm going to go anti-clockwise first, and that's top, right, bottom, left. Top, right, bottom, left. So if we go this way, it's anti-clockwise. And it's an easier way for you to remember which it is, because you're the clock, and so it sometimes can be confusing. Yep, so we're going to go top, right, bottom, left. And then we're going to do this 9 times, yeah? We're going to do circles 9 times. Now, our mind, because the energy is coming out of the palm of our hands and going into our heart, the energy of our heart, and we think of breaking up any blockages in the heart, any disturbances in the heart. Also, we're thinking about tonifying the heart while we're doing this exercise. So we do the 9 that way, and then we go to the opposite way, which is clockwise, which is top, left, bottom, right. And that's clockwise. Now, this is the way the energy of the heart moves. The energy of all the organs all goes clockwise. And so we always go the anti-clockwise first, which was like we're backing it up, and then we go the right way. We always leave it the right way at the end, yeah? In this case, which is, better get it going the right way. Which is top, left, bottom, right. This is clockwise, yeah? And we're same thing. We think of tonifying our heart, cleaning our heart out. And we do this 9 times. Good. It's a great exercise to do before you go to sleep. So then we finish that exercise. Now, the last part of this exercise is called point respiration. Now, point respiration, you push your hands in and you feel like you're pushing the perverse chi out and you breathe it out and go. Relax your hand, breathe in. Push in, breathe out. As I say, this is from Zhang Qigong, which is the Taoyin practice. Breathe in. Breathe in, push out. Do that 3 times. Good. We're going to do the same thing again. Top, right, bottom, left, anti-clockwise. 9 times. Now, clockwise 9 times. Top, left, bottom, right. All right, good. Point respiration again. Push in, breathe out. Relax, breathe in. Push and breathe out. Relax, breathe in. One more time. And push and breathe out. We do it 3 times. So top, right, bottom, left. Now you can do this away from your body. You don't have to. I'm rubbing my shirt, but you can do it outside if you have a jersey on, because you don't want big circles in your jersey. You can hold it off your body. The intention will still come out of your hands into your heart. Yeah, you don't have to touch your actual shirt. Both ways. Think of in your mind. Remember, your intention is to clear out any perverse chi in your heart or any blockages. Yep. Right, and then go the other way. Now notice when I move my hands too, my whole body's moving. So you'll very seldom see me doing this, but I'll just move my hands. See if I do that, see the difference. And then I'm doing this, the whole body's involved in it. So the whole body is helping this process, not just my arms. Yep. 8 and 9. Good. Point respiration. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more. Push and breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Good. Now you'll feel warmth in your heart after that. It's a lovely experience. Next exercise we're going to go to a very famous exercise from the Taiji Qigong system, and this is called Sage Presents Peach. Now this is a really famous exercise for relieving stress and strain out of the body, but it's really good to do before you go to sleep at night time, because it takes the stress out of your mind, takes the stress out of your heart, takes the stress out of your body. Yep. We're going to go to the right side first. So there's 2 parts to this. So we rock back onto our heels, go to the other heel, and then come forward to the ball of your foot, to the kidney point. Then go back to your heel, cross to the heel, come forward to the kidney point. So it's like a U. You go backwards, across, and forward. Backwards, across, and forward. And that's the moon of the body's going that way. But the body's turning also. So as we do that, as we go to the side, the opposite hand's palms facing up. Of course, Sage Presents Peach. You're holding the peach in your hand, and the bottom hand's facing towards the ground. As you rock back on the heels, you swap the hands around. It comes up the inside by your lower dantian. Comes over the top of the hand, and then it goes forward. Now I'm facing the other way. Now my chest is turned around to face the direction I'm presenting the peach, and I'm on the ball of that foot, on the ball of the left foot, with this case your right foot. And I come back onto the heel, cross the other heel, and then come forward, and I'm going to turn to present the peach. Comes back, and then forward. So the chest is facing the same direction as the hand is. Not face to the side, I'm actually facing that direction. Come back, comes up past your lower dantian, brings the energy up over the top of your hand, forward. Okay? Now you breathe in when you come back, and you breathe out when you go forward. Breathe in when you come back. Breathe out when you go forward. Long, slow, quiet breath. So you think of this before you go to sleep at night time. You're thinking of just slowing yourself down. And long, slow, quiet breaths. Regulate your breathing by breathing slowly. Regulate your heart by breathing slowly. And this, in case this one also quiets your mind as well. Calms your nervous system. Regulates your emotions. It has a lot of applications, this exercise. We'll do one more each side. If you wanted these sets of exercise, you could just do one exercise, whichever exercise you like. You could just do one before you go to sleep at night, Tim. But if you have trouble sleeping, then you do a few more and you could do the whole set. Yeah. The next one is Embrace the Mountain, is also from the Shen Taiji Qigong system. We're going to rock back onto our heels. I'm going to bring the hands up. Turn your palms towards palms. And as I open, I'm going to come forward in the balls of my feet, so the front of my feet. Keep the heels on the ground though. And then as I close, I'm going to rock back onto the heels and bring the hands down. So as I bring my hands up and down, I stay on my heels, stay on my heels. I only come forward when I open. And then I rock back onto my heels when I close. Now stay on my heels when I bring my arms down. It's only the opening and closing we're on our toes. And when we bring our hands up and down, we're on our heels. Rocking forward, rocking back. Perfect. And then bring your hands down. Now the breathing, it's a long, slow breath, this exercise. So you breathe in from the bottom. Keep breathing in, keep breathing in. And then breathe out. Long, long, long breath out. So this slows your breath down. Breathing in. Keep breathing in, rocking forward. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Very good. Breathing in. It's a great exercise. We'll do two more. Now see, the arms are slightly bent as well. Even when they come to the side, the arms aren't straight. They're not straight like that. They've got a slight bend in them. They come back to the same when they're in the front and they come down, there's a slight bend. They're not straight. They've got a bend and then we come relax. One more. Breathing in. Rocking forward. Rocking back. Bring your hands down. Very good. So the next one's a bit more complicated. Now this is from the Long Life Qigong system. Now this is not an easy exercise to do. So we'll break it down into stages. It's a very good exercise for insomnia. It's a very good exercise for calming your heart and calming your mind. But it's complicated for the mind. So we're going to do it on the right side first, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then we're going to go back and break it down. I'll show you the whole exercise. I'm going to turn to the side. The hand's going to go forward and backwards. Then the other hand's going to go backwards and forwards on that side. Turn around to the front. Bring both hands up. Lower your elbows down. Then we're going to move and we're going to change weight and face the same direction that I started waving the hands. Come all the way around to the side. Come back to the center. Come back to the front. And then lower the hands down. Now we do the same on the other side. Go forward and backwards and forwards with the other hand. And we do it on that side. We bring our hands up. We lower the elbows down. We change weight and we turn at the same time so we're facing that way. Same way we just did the circles. Come back to the center and then turn back to the front. And then lower your hands down. Good, so that's what the exercise looks like. So the turning, so when we're doing these turns, it's happening from your hips. So just do that, go forward and backwards. But the hips are moving, the hips are doing this exercise, forward and backwards. Forward and backwards. Forward and backwards. So you can just practice this piece like this, just going forward and back. Get the use of the hand is coming because of the hip movement. I'm not doing this. I'm doing the hip. The hip moves forward and backwards. Yeah. Forward and backwards. Now the other hand, because we're doing it on this side, we do forward and backwards on that side. And the other hand's going to come across and go backwards and forwards. Yeah. It's going to go backwards and forwards on that side. Backwards and forwards. So we move it. It goes forward and backwards, that one. and then backwards and forwards for the other one on that side. Yep, that side. Then we come round, we bring both hands up, we sit on the elbows, we rest our elbows down with our palms facing towards the front. Then we're going to turn. As we turn, we change weight to the side. As we change weight to the side, we rotate. We turn to the side. Now all our weight at this stage is on our left leg, and we're facing towards the right. Then we come back to the center, turn back to the front, bring the hands down. Very good. And we do the same thing on this side. So we're going to bring our hand, it's going to go forward and backwards. Just practice that. Forward and backwards. Yeah. We're turn your hips forward and backwards. Yep, there you go. Forward and backwards. You might have to practice this a little bit outside of this exercise just to get used to what this feels like. So you can move your hips are moving your arms. Yeah. Forward and backwards. Forward and backwards. If you want to, you can just turn your hips like that. So you can feel what it feels like to go forward and backwards, like a propeller wing. Propeller. Not a wing, propeller on a plane. So you're using your hips to move to do that. Yep. And then so the other one's going to come across and again they go backwards and forwards. So then we have the same idea with this going this way. And we're turning our body. And we're on the side. We're facing that side. Yep. So we do it again, go forward and backwards and forwards. Bring the hands back around to the front, up. Sit on the elbows. Come forward, back to the front, and then bring the hands down. So the exercises, this exercise is not easy. As I said, we're going to do a couple of them with the full exercise. We'll do a couple each side just to show you. Yep. So we're going to do the right side first. So we're going to turn to the right, and we go forward and backwards, and then backwards and forwards on that side. Come round to the front, bring both hands up. Sit on the elbows, turn, face the same direction. Come back to the center, turn, and then bring the hands down. Now to the left side, turn, backwards and forwards, So that was forward and backwards. Sorry, my bad cueing. Backwards and forwards. Come back to the front first, then bring the hands up. Sit on the elbows. Change weight and turn, facing the same direction we just were doing the circles. Then back to the center. Then turn back to the front. Down. There you go. As I say, it's a little bit complicated. Go to the left side. Forward and backwards. Backwards and forwards. Come back to the front. Both hands up. Sit on the elbows. Turn, face the direction we were doing the circles. Back to the center and bring the hands down. Turn. Forward and backwards and forwards, back to the front. There you go. Comes up, elbows down, turn, face the direction we were going. Turn to the front. This exercise is called Mushroom Spreads Its Mist. It has a beautiful name, but it has everything to do with the circles, and it's got to do with the meridians that it's circulating. It's got to do with the heart. It's got to do with how it's affecting the mind, the emotions inside the body, and how it's quietening the mind. Yeah, it seems that it's not quietening the mind too much because you've got to think about how to do the exercise. Once you know how to do the exercise, you don't have to think so much, so you can quieten down. But it's interesting. You have to use your mind to do something, and then to actually quieten your mind down. If you work out the irony of that. Anyway. So the last one we're going to do, we've got last exercise we're going to do is the fire exercise from 5-element Qigong. Yep, back to the heart again. We're going to go to the right side first. We're going to turn from the hips, and both hands come up and they face the side that way. Now I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm looking. So I'm looking under this arm, the other hand's facing there. So I've got one across the top and one there, and I'm facing that way like that. Yep. Then I'm going to push the bottom hand out. I'm going to come back to the front, and I'm going to bring the hand down the outside of the arm. Yep. Like that. Good. Then I'm going to turn to the other side. I'm going to turn to the left this time. Same thing again. Push the hand forward. Come round to the front. And you bring your arm down the outside of your arm. You don't touch the arm, but it's tracking down the heart meridian. Good. Turn the hips. The hand comes up. Press forward. The hand. Turn back to the front with your hips. Bring the hand to the top of your shoulder and trace the heart meridian down, heart and small intestine meridian down to the little finger. Perfect. Then we come up. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in back to the front, and then breathe out as you bring the hands down. Make sure the hand doesn't touch the outside of your arm. There's the gap. Good. Turn your breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Turn, breathe in. Turn the hips again, breathe out. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Now I'm going to show you a couple of the pieces that's happening inside this exercise to give you a little bit more advanced understanding of this exercise. When we turn, and I turn, this knee comes forward. It goes forward. Yep, so I turn, the knee goes forward. Then as I push the hands, the hips turn again. So the hips turn to get the hand up here. Then the hips turn again to push it out there. So the hips pushing the arm. I'm not just pushing the arm out by itself. The hips are turning. And as I push the hip that way, this knee doesn't go that way. It comes straight forward. It goes straight forward that way. It's going straight forward as I press. And the hips are turning. It goes straight forward. Then I turn back, rotate the hips back to the front and down. On the other side, same thing again. Turn the hips, comes up. Turn the hips again, but then the knee goes this way, goes straight forward to press. So as you'll sit down, you'll notice you'll lower yourself down when you do this because the knee's bending and you're going to sit down lower. Then you come back to the front and bring your arm down to the side. We'll do that again from the other side. Breathing in. Push the knee forward. So your knee goes forward and you twist your hips and then come back to the front and down. You might need to practice this a little bit. Put your hands up. Press. Back to the front. And bring your hands down. Very good. We'll do one more time. Breathing in. Move your hips. Bring your knee forward. Breathing out. Breathing in. And then breathe out. Okay. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring your knee forward. Breathing in. And breathe out. Very good. So there are 5 simple exercises you can do that help with insomnia, help you get to sleep at night. As I say, you could pick one of them or you can pick a couple of the exercises. You don't have to do all 5, but if you want, you can do all 5. And it'll help shut down the mind. You'll notice you get really calm and really quiet. The last thing we're going to do is a point called Yin Tang. Yin Tang's an extra point. It's in between your 2 eyebrows. And this point will help quieten your mind as well. Now we're going to do the Daoyin head massage technique on this point. So you're going to make what they call dagger fingers. Looks like that. So you've got your index finger touching your middle finger and the other fingers are touching the thumb. Yeah, so it looks like that. Yep, so you've got that idea. Now you're going to put your left hand on your point and your right hand over the top. Now you're going to touch fingers to fingers. When you do it, this point's going to be touching the Yin Tang point. This finger is going to be touching the top of the other finger. So you've got them all stacked on top of each other like that. And so on that point. Now, same thing, it's a Daoyin practice. So we're going to go anti-clockwise. And so that's top, right, bottom, left. We're going to do this 9 times. And we're stimulating this point. 7, 8, and 9. And back the other way, we're going to go top, left, bottom, right. And this is clockwise. And then point respiration again. We're going to push our fingers into the point and breathe out. Relax the fingers, breathe in. Push the fingers, breathe out. Relax the fingers, breathe in. Very good. Now we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to turn around so you can see me what I'm doing, which is the easiest way to see this. I might turn that way. Okay, there we go. So you're going to go top, right, bottom, left, circles. You can do the sitting down. You can do the sitting on the side of your bed. You don't have to do it standing. Seven, 8, and 9, and then the opposite direction, which is top, left, bottom, right. Point respiration, going to push in, breathe out. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in, relax your fingers, breathe in. So all the good chi is going into the point, and then push out all the perverse chi. Breathe in, push and breathe out again. Good, we can do one more time. So we're going top, right, bottom, left. Opposite direction, top, left, bottom, right, anti-clockwise. This is clockwise. Push in, breathe out. That's called point respiration. Push in, breathe out. Point respiration. Breathe in. Push in, breathe out. Good. And then return the chi back to the lower dantian. Oof. You get a bit of a head rush from that. So what happens is, of course, in my mind, I can feel my mind is sitting, I'm teaching class, and now my mind's going, hard to talk now. So it's actually quieting everything down, and everything, vision's changed, because the third eye, this is the point of the third eye. It goes from the third eye's behind the skull. It's not actually in the front, it's inside the skull, but just in front of your brain. So that's where the point is. And it goes from the third right into your center column, which travels from the top of your head internally and comes out through Huyin, the red 1 point. And it's an internal column, and it goes into the internal column and connects you with heaven to earth through these 2 points. It's a very fascinating concept of how this works. So this point is just your mental center. So what it's doing is stimulating me to quiet down your mind. Yeah. It's a very, very cool exercise, but as I say, I can feel it. It's very strong. So those are the exercises. So if you have any questions about them, please ask. They're phenomenal exercises, and they all come from different systems, and they're the exercises in the system for insomnia. So I put them all together out of the different systems to help you, so you can get a cross correlation of different exercises from different systems. Yeah, very cool. As I say, if you have any questions, please ask. And if it's night time in your place, you can go to sleep now, so you'll be fine. Cheers. Roll back onto your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. 2 thumbs together. Go. Make a fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Bring towards your heart. And down to your physical center. Very cool. And just step back, bow to each other. Very cool. And we'll see you all next week, eh? Enjoy that and have a good night's sleep. Have 7 nights good sleep, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.